If you're the right wedding, you're ready to go with me, obviously. I've had the pleasure of knowing Mike for about 1/3 of my life. Enough time for him to question why he's so friends with me with dumb jokes like this. Obviously, yeah. As long as I've known Mike and Faustine, there's one important thing that they've taught me throughout the years. And that's sticking together through thick and thin. No relationship or marriage is ever without its trial and tribulations. But these two have always persevered by putting their hand out for each other when a lot of other people would have given up. I can still vividly recall the days of us meeting in Bonnet at Cova. Us, in your white tank tops, busting moves.
Yes!
Yeah, cat.
Yes, moves!
Yeah. Boston Morgan Page outside the parking lot, where boss Eden
Ow!
would yell out, "What are you hooligans doing outside my store?"
Woo!
Those were some times I won't ever forget. Just like how you will never forget telling people how I opened an old protein shaker in the dance room and cleared everyone out in an instant. We found years. Pumi, who was in that class, is still salty about that. Pumi, can you stand up and confirm?
Woo!
Pumi!
Where you at? Where you at?
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right away, I always knew there's something special about you. Always wanted to ask about people's real stories and connect with others. Want to always grow and work on your faults, no matter how tough it is. Just like Boston was saying. Pushing yourself to find out your calling in security analyst, that's not an easy feat, especially coming from a totally different jobs, like being a writer, waiter, and loan officer. You always turn discomfort into growth. I think I'm sensing a little common theme here, and that's resilience. Pretty sure marriage requires a lot of that, and love. Seeing you change from a hooligan to a man that
Hooligans!
you're my brother from
Forever!
Hooligan!
Hooligans forever!
And to Faustine, the bride, what can I say aside from every time you enter the room, you light up everything. If there's one word that would define you, it'd be giver. You have such a warmth that can melt anyone's heart. Always going through above and beyond to make sure everyone's cared for, feels loved. I think in every group, there's a motherly figure. And let's be real here, that's you. 100%. Always checking in on everyone, giving lots of patience, time and love. Always giving so much, yet never asking for anything in return, aside from her friend's smile. Seeing for people for who they really are underneath the surface, let's be real, you kind of have to do that with Mike, because he does look like a major player. Spiky ass hair, diamond earrings, bag, or a bunch of tats.
HP!
That your parents would freak out if they knew.
Woo! Yes!
Hard to not think he was one. Not that I would know. That's what I've heard, anyways. The first time I remember me and Faustine, especially for the first time, she kept looking at me, all weird, like we had met before. She was like, "I know you from somewhere, I know it." Then after a few seconds, she was like, "Aren't you the guy that brings a different girl to Mitsuha every week?" I worked there. I was like, I had that look of shame, and Mike was freaking dying, laughing his ass off. She still likes to bring that up randomly to troll me. To be fair, that didn't stop me, and next week I brought a different girl to Mitsuha, and I gave her the head nod, and she gave one back. But yo, it's true. Everyone that has met both of you have had their lives greatly improved because of your presence. It's about time that you finally tied your knot, and we're here to all celebrate you and the thing that's been making the years. Especially with all the "my honeys" I hear right in the back of your heart. Then you know, "my honeys" and "my honeys."